Hello and welcome back to Heiner Builds Your Ride. Today from this nice sunny patch that we call Perth, and we've got a Hino 300 here today, which we have fitted out for a company that is servicing gas pipelines in the middle of nowhere here in Western Australia. So they need to go to rugged locations, but before I get into all the details, let's roll the intro.
Just at the moment sorting out where everything's going on the main power board for distribution on everything. It just goes inside the caniper. So at the moment I'm just putting the sound deadening in the cab, so it stops any on-road vibrations. Some very standard features in the front. Since this is a 24 volt truck, we still use our Hella Rock 380s driving lights, but these are the 24 volt versions because they are powered directly, obviously, from the start battery. Then we've got our UHF area right here for the GME XRS 370. The bull bar was already on here, and that's everything for the front. So if we move further around here, we've got the start batteries down here, and what we've done is we have put a battery isolator in here. That is a safety feature that is needed for most commercial fleet vehicles here in Western Australia. And then we've obviously got the factory start batteries, and we put our extra fuses on the back here. These fuses are feeding all the cool gimmicks that we've installed. And if you want to have a look at all these gimmicks, there's a lot in this one. So in the back here, there's a drop-down vise. These installations, whoop, still locked. There we go. These installations have been done by a company called Hydrive here in town. They build the bodies. This is quite handy if you want to work. And then to help the people that will be working on here very remotely, we have got the ARB twin piston compressor in here with an air tank coupled to this massive hose reel, so they can inflate, deflate tires all around, inflate tires all around the truck. And they can also use the air tools to work here on this side or a bit further away, because we've got plenty of hose length in here. We've also got 2 speakers. They are waterproof outdoor speakers. They are coupled to the stereo, so the mobile phone that these guys are using, it will stay in the cab. The truck will stay on accessories, so the radio stays on. And when the phone rings, they will still hear even if they're working when their phone rings. Plus, they can listen to music while they're working in the back here. And then there's 2 extra batteries in here and a massive fuse. Those are powering the 1.5 ton crane that we've got in the back. I've been told that that is to carry very small valves. I think very small is because it's a pipeline. I would say massive valves. And then obviously right there we've got all our electric installation. So we've got the Egon DC hub right here, and we've got the Egon Relay Hub back there. So this is responsible for all the power distribution. The Redarc BCDC 1240 charger is connected to it. We've got our battery monitor from Victron right here.
USB Type A and USB-C plugs.
150 amp hour lithium battery. We've also got a 2000 watt inverter, which is a bit hard to see, but it's right up there, and it's powering the outlet here. So if the guys want to hook up some chargers for power tools, or they've got other equipment, these guys usually have got gas leak detectors. They need to be charged with 240 volt. Can come all through here. We've got a 2000 watt unit there, so they can even run a little cooker, microwave, whatever they need, because these guys go remote for a full week. You will see later we've got a 90 liter National Lunar fridge freezer there as well. So when these guys work, they're completely by themselves in teams of 2s, and they are in the middle of nowhere. So everything they need, they have to take with them, including food. And I think they're sleeping in swags, but that I'm not sure. And to switch all of this on and off, we have put our switch panel in here. So what you've got here is you can turn those lights on, there, and here. The reason we haven't used the National Lunar lights on these is very simple. You know, I'm not the biggest guy, but I'm quite tall and I can't reach that. So what we've done is we used other lights. They are from Nava, and they have got orange and white as well. So you can switch. The trick with those lights is they've got a ground, and then they've got a positive cable and another positive cable. You give power to one of those positive cables, turns the orange light on, power to the other positive cable, turns the white light on. So, and with the control panel here at this height, it's easy for everybody to get to. We can also turn some work lights on. Work lights are integrated right there, so they're not exposed anywhere outside the canopy. The guys wanted the work lights there. They can swivel around, so they can be set in any orientation the workers want to. This is where we turn on the compressor, and you can turn the inverter on right here as well, which will then turn the power board on. It's a bit hard to see because it's so bright here, but that turns on and you can start charging or powering whatever you need to. Better turn that back off, and I'll show you the other side. You can probably see we've added an extra camera. There's already one on there in the back here. This camera was here from factory. We've added another reverse camera on the back of the canopy up there. We've also added some stop tail indicator reverse lights there, extra work lights up the top. They can be controlled from the cab in case these guys have to reverse where it's dark. They get some extra light around them. There's also, we call them mining flags. They're for better visibility of the truck itself. Not that it's tiny, but still. And they've got a light in the top too. And then you see these lights here, they are actually beacons. You find the same ones on the other side, and then another beacon in the middle of the cab itself. And on the back of the cab, and I'll get to that later, we've got more aerials. This is for the CelFi-Go system, and the aerial on the side there is for the VHF, or the mine site radio. And on top of the cab, we've also got a satellite receiver aerial, but I'll get to that when I show you the cab. In here, we've got another little control panel, because we've got lights there as well. Orange lights, white lights, and of course, the work light, all controllable from here. And then on top of that, we've got the 90-liter fridge right in here with the drop slide. So it's easy to access. And this is a dual zone fridge. So what we've got is, we've got a freezer compartment right here, and we've got a fridge compartment right here. So this should be plenty for these guys to go out into the middle of nowhere and work and still be able to have some food. And it's quite hot there, so I suppose they'll take some ice cream with them too. And with the National Lunar Fridge, you can be certain that that ice cream is actually going to be ice cream and not a sludge. They have also got little compartments here for all their tools. They were all installed by this company, same company that is supplying the canopy itself, Hydrive. They're a really good company here in town that makes truck bodies, ute canopies, service bodies as we call them. You've also got some steps here in case you have to access something. You can fold them out, and that makes it a lot easier to get to the shelves where you have to get to. It's quite a good idea, because otherwise, if you have a truck and you drive off-road with it and you got a canopy on it, you know that everything up the top is usually really hard to reach. A little bit more here in the cab. In here we've got the comms central. So this is our comms pack. Like I said, we've got satellite communication. We got our CelFi-Go system. This is usually where the VHF goes. It's not connected at the moment because they put a unit in there once it gets to their workshop. And then we've got a charge port right here for the Redarc Go. This is powered from our comms circuit, which you can also turn on and off here. The idea of the comms circuit is that all the comms turn on with accessories of the vehicle. The way we do that is we use the 24-volt accessory trigger. It goes to the relay hub. The relay hub switches a circuit from the lithium battery on, and all the comms equipment, the Redarc Go, the CelFi-Go, the VHF, and also our GME XRS 370 UHF two-way radio get powered directly from the lithium battery. We just use truck accessories as a trigger. But in case these guys need to keep their comms on with the vehicle off, this is an override switch. This turns the same circuit on, also through the relay hub, and now we've got power to everything. See, now even though accessories isn't on, all the comms work. I turn the switch off, all the comms circuits switch off. So this we call the comms override switch, which is really handy. Let's say you're stationary somewhere for a few days, but you want to keep your comms going. You do not need to have the key anywhere close to ignition, so you can't run your start battery flat. We also put a cell phone holder in here with a charge cable. There's a charge port right here. There's another charge port right here. This is for the operators. So the charge ports are there so the operators can keep their phones charged, or they can plug their head torches in, or whatever other little equipment they might have. There's more charge ports in the back. We've seen them before, I didn't mention them a lot more. There's accessory sockets there and also USB sockets. So everything can get charged off the lithium battery. There's also a solar panel on top of the canopy, a Redarc 200 watt panel, that even if this thing is stationary, everything should just keep working just off the solar panel itself. You can turn the work lights in the back of the truck on with this switch. Yes. This is the Redarc Tow Pro that we've installed as well, so the guys can actually tow trailers with this unit. And we've made some special brackets up here. So this is for our UHF, and they got their plug-in points there, and the VHF has got its plug-in point right there, and then the handpiece can hang right there. And then this switch here is for the driving light. So when this switch is on and you put high beam on, then the Hella Rock 380 driving lights are gonna come on at the same time. So this is the first time that we've built a truck. So this is the prototype for possibly a lot of other trucks that we're gonna build for them. And we'll always try to find this one concept that works. It's a bit of back and forth, so we get it right for this company. And then we just keep building more. And with this one, we're quite happy. We're just about to present this to the customer. We just sneakily get the video in before. Because this is a commercial vehicle, obviously safe access is really important. That's why you find all of these letters painted in yellow everywhere. This is the mining flag I talked about earlier. And if you don't want to have that on the truck, what you can do is you can unplug it. And this is a quick release, and you can just take it off. It's only necessary when you are on site usually. And it also locks in place easily again. And then we've got our 200 watt solar panel right up there. And you see a bit further on the cap, there's that additional beacon. And right behind it is the satellite receiver. We've got our second reverse camera right here. And then we've got the extra lights, indicator, stop and tail, and reverse right there. And then these are beacons right there and on the side here as well. And our Hella Rock 155 work lights. These are our go-to work lights because of the massive spread. Possibly light quality wise, the best work lights that we have got, apart from the Hella Rock 190, which have got 2 LEDs more and are even brighter and even better. We haven't even turned the beacons on yet. Let me jump in there and turn the beacons on. Switch for it is there in the center console as well. So the beacons work through the accessory circuit. So the beacon switch is right here in the center console as well. And you can turn the beacon on just by flicking the switch. It's connected to the lithium battery as well. Reason for that is if you want to keep this going, because you're somewhere on the side of the road and it's a safety, it's mandatory for safety that the beacons stay on. You will not flatten your start battery. So, yep, beacon on the roof is on and the rear ones are on too. They actually look quite cool, the rear ones. And this is what you can do with the Hino 300. I would say it is almost a shame that this is a company car, because I would really love to go camping in this thing. I think a rooftop tent on there, or even swags in there, Jesus, this would be a go anywhere vehicle. You could travel the world in this, but it will just go to some pipelines, and I think it will do that quite well. So last thing for us to do is give it our patch of approval. Put that right there. This one's now ready to drive anywhere. Thanks and see you for the next one.